The Detective Dog by Julia Donaldson and Sarah Oglive. There once was a dog with a keen sense of smell. She was known far and wide as Detective Dog Nell. Sniff, 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 time after time. Nell, the detective, solved crime after crime. Who threw the hazelnuts down the tree? Who took the honey away from the bees? Who did the poo on the new grave path? How did the spider get into the bath? Sniff, sniff, sniff. With a wag of her tail, Nell the detective was hot on the trail. Nell shared her house with a person called Peter, a very nice child, though he could have been neater, and 6 years old. Peter was one of those boys who kept on mislaying his clothes and his toys. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Nose to the ground. These are the things the detective dog found. The bus in the ball and the book in the bed. The sock in the sofa and the shoe in shed. The tumble down teddy, the bounce away ball. Now the detective discovered them all. Now did detection from Tuesday till Sunday, but something totally different each Monday. She found Peter's bag and she tracked it down her lead, then set out for school, where she heard children read. The children loved reading their stories to Nell, and Nell loved to listen and also to smell. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Mixed in the air were the plastic sign, custard, and the newly washed hair, the crusts in the beans, and the coats on the books. But the best smell of all was the smell of the books. Books about dinosaurs, books about knights, books about plants and meteors, books about princes who turned into frogs, books about dragons, and books about dogs. But then came a Monday when all was not well. Nell sniffed the air and she smelled the wrong smell. Into the classroom the two of them hurried and found Mr. Jones looking terribly worried. He tugged at his hair and he let out a sigh. Peter looked around and he started to cry. Sniff, sniff, sniff. What was going on? The books! Cried out Peter. The books have all gone! Nell gave a growl when she heard the bad news, but then started sniffing and searching for clues. Sniff, sniff, sniff. On the bookshelf, a cap. The thief must have dropped it, the terribly chap. Nell sniffed the cap, then she tucked it on the lid, and woof! She was off at astonishing speed. Everyone followed the detective dog Nell. She stopped it at the traffic lights when could she smell. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Haddock and hay, pizza and penguins, and further away. The smell of the thief, and how very exciting. Thousands of pages all covered in writing. Then, whoof, they were off, with no time for stop, past the farm, and the zoo, and the takeaway shop. They raced through the field where the rabbit smells good, then over a golf course and into the wood. They thrashed through the underground leaf and dents, till they came to a gate in an old wooden fence. Then Nell started growling and pricked up and near. She barked and the barkment. The thief is in here. They flung the gate open and Peter cried, Look! For this sat a man with his nose in a book. There were many more books poking out of the sack, and the children yelled, Those are our books! Give them back! Sniff, sniff, sniff. The book thief looked sad. I'm sorry, he snuffled. I know I've been bad. Stealing is wrong, but I just meant to borrow. I was planning to give all the books back tomorrow. To borrow, now pricked up an ear. She barked, and barked meant, I've had an idea. Then, oop, she was off, and away they all sped, including the book thief, who told them, I'm Ted. Sniff, sniff, sniff. They raced through the woods and over the field where the rabbits smelled good. They panted and puffed past the takeaway shop, the zoo, and the farmyard with never a stop, except a retrieved Peter's scarf in his bowl, which someone had thoughtfully placed on the wall. Till they came to a building with doors open wide, and what did they see when they all went inside? Thousands of books, from the floor to the ceiling. The books gave the thief the most heavenly feeling. He gasped in amazement. Where am I? He said, and Peter replied, In the library, Ted. You can join if you want to. There isn't a fee. And then you can take lots of books out for free. So Ted has a lovely new library card, and he sits reading books in his little backyard. And it's a Monday. Detective Dog now visits the school with a wonderful smell. Sniff, 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 with a faraway look. She smells and she listens to book after book. Books about dinosaurs, books about knights, books about plants and meteorites, books about princes and turned into frogs, books about dragons and books about dogs. All the old books and a new one as well. The story of daring Detective Dog now. The end. For Patricia and Kenna from JD. For Margaret for SO. This book was first published in 2016 by Million Children's Book. When a crime needs solving, there's only one dog for the job.